We live in a world where everything is shared. Every smile, every meal, every sunset, documented, filtered, and uploaded. It's almost strange, today, to not share. To eat something beautiful, and not take a photo. To travel somewhere, and not post a story. To exist, quietly. But every now and then, there are those rare people who don't share their own photos at all. No selfies, no vacation albums, no face in the feed. You probably know someone like that. Maybe. It's you. And the question is, why? In a culture where visibility is the new currency, where likes have become these little, constant micro-doses of validation, why would anyone choose to remain unseen? At first, it seems obvious. They just don't care, right? They're not into that stuff. Yet beneath that, there's often something deeper. You see, people who consistently avoid posting their photos are not necessarily hiding, they are protecting something. Sometimes, they're protecting their self-worth from a culture that constantly suggests we are not enough until someone else validates us. Think about the system we've built. Self-esteem can feel measured by the number under a picture. A simple heart, a comment, a view, all these things are subconsciously shaping how people feel about themselves. For some, the refusal to post is an act of quiet, internal rebellion. It's a way of drawing a firm boundary and declaring, my value is not up for public vote. It's not about invisibility. It's about independence. There is a powerful, quiet strength in people whose self-esteem doesn't live on the screen. It lives in the silence between moments. They know who they are, even when nobody is watching. Then, there's the concept of privacy. It is such an underrated word today. We share so much our faces, our routines, our locations, that we forget how sacred and essential privacy can be for mental well-being. Some people have simply realized that their personal life does not belong to the algorithm. They understand that every photo given away is a small piece of their identity, handed over to the crowd. And they'd rather keep those pieces intact. Because in a world that constantly exposes, privacy becomes power. Of course, we can't overlook the role of fear and anxiety. When you post your image, you're not just sharing. You're exposing yourself to an ocean of opinions, some kind, some cruel, all unpredictable. For many, that risk of being judged, criticized, or misunderstood feels heavier than the fleeting need to be seen. This is often tied to the anxiety of comparison. That quiet pressure to look perfect, to fit into an image that never truly existed. Avoiding this does not make you weak. Often, it simply means you value internal peace over external perception. And let's touch on temperament, specifically introversion. Introverts often observe more than they share. They process deeply. Social media, for them, can feel like pure noise, an endless crowd shouting for attention. So they naturally stay in the background, quietly present, connected in their own way. They simply don't need to upload proof of their existence. They simply are. Finally, there is the pursuit of deeper authenticity. Some people have developed a sharp awareness that every time they post, they start to curate, polishing, editing, performing. And the more they perform a version of themselves, the further they drift from who they really are. So they step back, not because they don't want to be part of the world, but because they want to meet the world as themselves. In a real way, choosing not to post is a profound act of self-respect. It's saying, I don't owe my image to anyone. It's not rejection, it's alignment. It's a quiet decision to exist on your own terms, in a space that doesn't require applause. Because the truth is, when your peace matters more than your visibility, you have already won a silent battle most people don't even know they are fighting. So, if you are one of those people who rarely post, know this, you are not invisible. You are simply free. And if you do love sharing, that's wonderful too. But just ask yourself, The next time you post, that one simple, critical question: am I doing this to connect or to be seen? That question can reveal more about your inner world than any selfie ever could. So which one are you? The quiet protector, the secure soul, the observer, the seeker of deep authenticity. There's no right or wrong answer. There is just the truth about how you choose to relate to the world, and how much of yourself you are willing to give away. Because in the end, perhaps the most authentic thing you can share is your silence. If this spoke to you, subscribe and stay for the next reflection.